What up, y'all? It's your boy Martine, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me, good God Almighty. All right, y'all, now listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you want to talk boxing, my people right here, the best people to talk boxing with. We keep it boxing. We leave our feelings at the door. We don't try to cancel the other one out because they don't agree with us. We're adults. We have adult discussions. You know what I'm saying? If you've been supporting the channel, much love to you always. Thank y'all for making my little platform happen. Nothing but to the sky from right here, y'all. Now listen, it's been a few days, y'all. I took a little vacation. I was out in LA. I wasn't really able to film any content while I was there. I was busy doing other stuff, but I am back. And now let's talk about the fight that happened this weekend between Canelo Alvarez and the little bull, Jaime Munguia. All right, so the fight played out kind of how, I'm not going to front. Personally, I thought that Canelo was going to stop him late, and it seems like there was opportunities in the fight where Canelo could have stopped him and just chose not to. You know what I'm saying? It was a real entertaining fight. Canelo, you know, he actually traded with Munguia a lot more than I thought he was going to, which, you know, fed into the crowd, fed into everything else. You know, it made for a real entertaining boxing match. Obviously, Canelo's smart. He was only going to allow that for so long. Sweet combination that Canelo dropped Munguia with, that left hook, right uppercut, back with the left hook over it, was sick. Obviously, it was the first time that Munguia's been down. And Munguia showed a lot, yo. Munguia showed a lot. I mean, we know what Munguia could do, but he showed his youth, he showed his size, his strength inside of that ring. I never realized how much bigger than Canelo Jaime Munguia actually was. But, you know, he had some good moments in the fight as well. You know, we've always said that Munguia is raw talent. You know what I'm saying? He's gifted physically. He has it up here. Obviously, when you get into that level, though, fighting like someone like Canelo, who's a very intelligent fighter, it's a whole nother level in fighting. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo got the victory. He got the job done. Obviously, we're all going to ask what's next. Now, let me make one more point. Did you guys? Of course, you guys saw after the fight when Canelo and Benavidez were looking at each other. Now, I don't like to read too much into these things, but do you see the body language difference between a David Benavidez and a Canelo Alvarez? You see that Canelo was casually, confidently looking at Benavidez like, yo, you know, like pointing him to the ring, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's get it on. And you see David just kind of like, you know, put his hands to the side. It was the dude next to David that was ready to fight Canelo. If y'all saw the same video that I did, that's the dude that was throwing his hands up, yelling all kinds of stuff. David was just like, I think in that particular moment, David had you know what I'm saying? He had a reality check of, you know, that is a big moment. That is a whole different level inside of that ring under these lights with the world watching. That is a whole different level. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the first time that him and Canelo have actually saw each other face to face. You know what I'm saying? I saw in a recent interview that David did that he said he's never really met Canelo, that he's just seen him. But on this particular occasion, I think it was real smart of Canelo to acknowledge that David was there first of all. You know what I'm saying? Because had he not, they would have been talking about, oh, Canelo's scared of him, this and that, whatever. Anyway, yo, really interesting, you know, little face-off. You know what I'm saying? For both of them. Anyway, so I was thinking, I'm going to be real with y'all, that next for Canelo was going to be Edgar Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? It makes financial sense. Of course, the boxing world, I don't think, would like that fight too much, and I could see why. And then you see Berlanga out there trying to hype up his name right now, trying to start stuff with Caleb Plant and so forth, which I think Caleb Plant washes him. Don't get me wrong, I like Edgar Berlanga, but he's just, you need to stay in your lane sometimes. So, anywho, obviously, a lot of us saw a long time coming that Edgar Berlanga and Canelo in the ring makes business sense and that Eddie Hearn would try to push for that. Well, reality is, it is something that's on the table. However, our people from overseas, the Saudis, are now hoping to make, from what I'm reading, Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford for here in the States, either December or January. Which would kind of make sense because obviously Crawford has a fight coming up in August, but then to turn around and make a fight right away, and December or January seems kind of fast. So I don't know if I haven't heard this from Terence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez on any interview. These are just the articles that are out that they're shooting to make Canelo versus Terence Crawford. For whatever reason, they're willing to put money up for that. Exactly, money's not even being talked about as far as the amount each fighter would get, but that's what's looking like next. You got Crawford on the table, you got Edgar Berlanga on the table, and I don't know who else. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll find out for a couple of weeks straight from Canelo who they're talking to. Of course, they probably have opponents already picked out that they would like to make a fight with, but of course, we're not going to listen to that, not just yet. For Jaime Munguia, on the other hand, I think that this fight opens up a lot of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I think it's safe for Munguia to stay at 168. I think, although he is in good size, to try to move up to 175, I think would be a little bit too big for him. But I mean, at 168, he has so many fights that they could make at 168. You know what I'm saying? The Caleb Plants, the David Morrell, even though Morrell's next fight is at 75, I don't think he stays at 175. But I think that there's enough fighters at 68 to where Jaime Munguia could keep on making a name for himself. I think that he's a smart enough fighter to where he'll learn from this fight, and I think that he'll start making the adjustments that he's been able to get by simply off of physical gifts, you know, being strong, being so big, and he'll actually start noticing that it's on a different level. You have to fix the fundamentals, you know what I'm saying? There's other things you got to fix beyond the physical. So we'll see, man, as we get more news on what's going on in the next move for Canelo. I'll definitely be right here to talk about it. Let me know what you guys think about a possible clash between Canelo and Terence Crawford. I mean, of course, I'm a boxing fan. I'm a sucker. I'll end up watching it. It's just not the main fight that I want to see. Canelo versus Crawford, it doesn't really interest me. I mean, it makes sense for them because they're both in the same places in their career, which towards the end of their careers, a mega blockbuster fight between the two would make sense financial-wise for both of them. But then again, I don't know how big of a draw Crawford is. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with him. So we shall see. We shall see, man. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the future for all of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Jaime Munguia, Canelo, their next move is, and even David's next move. Did y'all see the weigh-in? Did y'all see the other dude pretty much be the same size as him? I just had to throw that in there. I've never seen that in a Benavidez fight. Anyway, y'all, drop a comment down below. I'll speak to y'all soon. Much love. God bless. And remember, the truth shall set you free. Peace.